Hi, welcome to Relax and Paint. And today I am still in the fall season, but I wanted to do Christmas spray. Just a little bit of darker paper background with some white magnolias that kind of, you can make white poinsettias also. So if you haven't watched my YouTube live, I hope that you will go watch some of the lives sharing with you how to get discounts and super features and product that makes one stroke painting easier for you. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and ring the bell so that you'll know every time I pop up a live or a new lesson for you guys. And please check out our One Stroke Advantage membership. So on that membership, you will always get a discount on my shopping at onestroke.com. Thank you so much. And I'm going to bring the camera down and we're going to start painting. So let's start with some of the colors we're going to be using today. We're going to be coming in here with a 3/4 inch flat, one stroke brush, and a 12 one-stroke brush. And then we'll see if we're going to use some other little details. We might even use a couple of daubers for berries. And some of the colors I'm going to use, mostly, we're not going to use a lot of citrus green, but we are going to use citrus green, sap green, wicker white, coffee latte, red apple, apple red, berry wine. And we have it in a double loader with floating medium in the middle. So that should make it easier for you to stroke with me. A lot of these are going to show you how easy this wonderful folk art multi-surface paint is to use. All right, it's got multiple surfaces because it's got a sealer inside. So a satin finish, but it gives you all of the colors you need and what you need inside of them to go on all kinds of surfaces. So that's a happy thought. Okay, so let's get going. I'm going to try to put this right over here. There we go. All right, so the first thing I am going to do, I am going to bring in some burnt umber too, because what I want to have happen is some branches in the background that help you get started. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna I tap this to fan it out a little bit. You can also use a foam plate, but this helps you learn how to double load pretty easy. All right, so I'm gonna start from the middle, and with the two colors, I'm gonna stay up on the chisel edge. Okay, and all kinds of little branches. This is just art paper, and it's multimedia paper, so you can do pastels and all kinds of things on this art paper. And I just want you to know I mostly paint on canvas. So many people, because I do so much on paper here, want to know is canvas okay also. I just want you to know that I mostly paint on canvas, but I would have hundreds of canvases around here. So I kind of take a break sometimes and use some art paper. Okay. And rice paper, there's all kinds of fun papers you can try. Okay. So I'm just going to lay out. So as it would be a spray, you can put all kinds of pretty backgrounds like blue or other shades. I'm going to come in now and paint my big, large flower first. Okay, so when I double load, I dampen the brush in the water, lay it on the paper towel. And then I don't use water to paint with. I use floating medium if I feel like I'm dry. I'm going to show you that I am doing 1/3 coffee latte and 2/3 white. So sometimes it's not half and half. When we say double load, it doesn't mean that it has to be half white and half coffee latte, the second color. All right, so I can dip straight into some medium after I get this brush ready. And I can keep picking up when I might just need white. Okay, so, and on Fridays, I do practice strokes, and that teaches you a lot of technique that if you're painting with me today, and you want to practice this, go to practice strokes, and it gives you homework so you can make that happen. Now, I want you to see I'm just dipping white, flattening the brush. I'm going to go around first and leave some space in between. Okay, and I'm going to roll that brush so it makes that petal look like it's turning. Okay, I can get a little bit of both paint, teeny bit of medium. Don't get medium every stroke, okay? Because that'll take away and make it muddy on you, okay? So I just dipped white again. See how I'm leaving that space in between? That's going to make this work better for you. I don't know if you see, I pounced lifted a little bit. Okay. Let's slide up to a point. All right, now watch this. I can roll the white, and stand up. All right, isn't that kind of nice? All right, I'm going to go between the two, flatten it again, a little bit of medium. So that's the third time. So every couple of strokes, it's okay. All right, so let's come in between now. And I'm going to come back. See how you can see the layers? That's the fun about having enough paint on here that I can come back here, push down, and roll when we get to the middle. All right, so you can break it up into 2 strokes. Let me go back to this where I'm going one side, reverse direction of the bristles, then 1, 2, and roll. Okay, isn't that kind of nice? And then we're going to come right in here and roll one up there. Okay. So I want you to practice this over and over because this could be a red poinsettia just by changing the color, even though this is a magnolia or a full flower. You can also come in here and let's do a couple smaller strokes. Watch this. So this is still the 3/4. You load lots of paint on here. Okay. Let's get another row. This is hanging down. Do you see that? Okay. So we'll got one up and one hanging down, one up. All right. Now I'm going to wash this brush. And before we go any further, I'm going to come in here with a pretty red flower. So I'm going to double load in between. I'm going to do half and half on this. And then I'm going to go back and forth really quick. I am going to get a little bit more apple red than berry wine. Okay, back and forth, back and forth. So now the brush is loaded. When you have a smaller than a 12 brush, this is a 12. You might not need floating medium because you should have enough paint on your brush, guys. So if I come in here, see, and put the bright red on the outside and see how the darker color is in the middle. Okay, so I just want you to see if you did those red, these could be white. All right, so think about some fun sprays that you can do during this holiday season coming up. Or you can make some of these orange and still do some fall painting. Okay, now I'm going to have a triangle, 1, 2, let's put one over here. But we don't have to just do one. We can come in here and start one and come in here and do the second flower overlapping. Okay. So the other thing is I'm going to put little evergreens, and then on these little branches, I'm going to use this dauber and put some little berries. All right, so let's go first and pick up some sap, and there's a little bit of white there. So I can come over here. I can go over here and work this in, work it in, work it in. So I can put a little citrus in there. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull with the dark going down. And so we're going to pick up a little bit more of the white. And so we're going to make these strokes coming straight down. And so it's a little bit like it has snow on it. All right, so I want to make it flat strokes, slender strokes. Okay. And let's get some medium and flatten this out because I'm getting a little thick. Do you see that? And then I can have some come out here in the background. All right. And when you're doing that, you might want to see that some are going all sorts of ways, and they're not just perfectly like the first where they're all going a certain way. So the floating medium makes it feel like butter when you're using it. And so I want you to see that as I'm putting this all in here, I'm going to pick up more sap. All right. And then I'm also, while I'm here, going to grab the bottom of this little flower, the little bud. Okay. And we can then come in here a little bit. Let's put some more white on here. There. See how I'm really loose? Not like pine boughs that we usually do. Okay, that just gives you some really loose greenery. And then I'm going to have some more snow right in here. And this one's going to go on top of everything that I've already put. So let's flatten it out. Get some dark. Okay. And that's kind of busy in there, but I'm going to show you some other greenery too. Okay, so let's get a little bit of the citrus. We're still using the 12, okay? All right, and then I can bring a little bit of coffee latte. I put that coffee latte on the citrus edge to give you a bright kind of look. And I'm going to come right in here. Yes, got a shiny glare on there. Let's bring it up so you can see. There. Pick up a little bit more coffee latte with that citrus. And all right. Go on the outside of that and just restroke because I want it to have a little bit. The beauty about one stroke painting is if you don't like it, you can keep restroking it like you just saw me do. Okay, so let's do a little bit over here. Coffee latte and citrus. with stem, you know, a little bit here, so it's a little bit longer. Okay, and then we pull a stem in the middle. All right, so you just have a little bit of that green, more solid here. Let's put a little bit over here. All right, so you can see where we got the larger strokes. So maybe I can come right through here. And I muted down the greens with the coffee latte. You see that? All right, so a couple of things I want to do. I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to put some snow in a couple of places, but first of all, I'm going to come in the middle here with a little bit of floating medium and some berry wine. The berry wine's a little thicker, so you have to come in here with some floating medium. A little bit thicker, so you want to make it kind of all the way around in here. A little bit around here, a bit in there. Now, this could be whatever flower you could use in fall. You could come in here with Pueblo. And in here, I'm just bringing it all to the middle. This is in back there. All right, so you can also come in here with medium and burn umber. And I can come in this area. See how we can go around here with floating medium. You know, you get some shading in there and get some darker showing layers there. Okay. So next one I want to do is I'm going to put some dark right in here. And then in a minute, when that dries just a little bit, I'm going to put some yellow and yellow ochre. All right. So I'll put a little bit of that yellow ochre and then a little bit of daffodil yellow. Because sometimes we need a little bit of brightness. And we put them next to each other right there. All right. Okay. All right. So in the center, let's put all these brushes all the way down here. In the center here, I'm going to pick up both of those colors and I'm going to tap and have a little bit of daffodil pop. So yellow ochre, yellow ochre, yellow ochre. Okay, so then when I double load, this is a 6 flat. And then when I double load this, I can just touch this little daffodil. And you can use the kiss tool, or you can use the corner of this brush. It depends on how defined you want those to be. Okay, so see, those are just going to give you some rich color. And then if I take my 2-script liner and I streak it between the yellow ochre and the daffodil, and then this is what's going to happen. I'm going to pull these little guys all the way around. Okay. And we're going to come all the way around. Okay. And see how that gives you a really nice, pretty bright center there. Okay. So couple of things I want to do. I'm going to come in here with, this is with a 10, yeah. And I'm going to pick up lots of white, and I'm going to lay this white on the snow on top of this pine bough. Okay. So you don't want it on every bit, but just a little bit. And so I'm thinking if it's on there, let's put a little bit on this one. So make sure you don't put way too much that doesn't make sense. Sometimes when I just have branches, like little twigs, sometimes I put it just on those. All right. So then this is what I want to do. All right. I'm going to take this dauber. All right. So I'm going to take and put some red, and then I'm going to dab it. And I can just grab a teeny bit of berry wine and twist it so that you have a little berry wine at the same time. All right. So I'm going to come in here, and what if I have the berry wine at the top or the bottom, I'm going to do that often. Okay. I'm going to keep it at the same spot. Okay. So but I have it all to the left, so I'll just do that. So these are bigger berries. So I'm just going to show you a couple of different things that we can do. We can have these bigger berries and make little branches to them. And then make a pretty spray. So we do 3. Put a few there. A couple over here. All right, now to stop that and then pick up the handle of the brush, I can make little small berries. Now, most of the handles would be that small. All right, so then I just want to show you as you dot these, they're bigger, smaller, 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 smaller. All right, is what you're going to get. But then you can take the larger brushes with bigger handles, and you can come in here and you just have a bigger handle, making smaller than the daubers, but bigger than the small brush handles. So these are dip dots. All right, so I also like to turn these into metallic gold. Okay, so now one thing that will change the whole look too is if you want to act like there's snow on them. Isn't that kind of fun? I know we did red poinsettias last week, but I just wanted you to see how good it looks to make any kind of holiday spray with the same colors but different layouts, with evergreens, with magnolias. All right, so I'm going to take this brush, and I made this inky. And so it's not inky enough. All right, so I have to put some more white in there, stir it up. Okay, and then we're going to come right here. There we go. So I think that just set it off. So there's a little bit of snow on the evergreens, on the red flowers, on the magnolia. Isn't that pretty? So sign it and share it. Be sure to join our Facebook group is Donna Dewberry's official one-stroke group, and share what you practice with me and what you created. We love to see. It's a great Facebook group, but the thing you do to join us is you have to answer a couple of questions, and so many people are not answering the questions, so we can't accept you in the group. We just need to know that you're official. It's a private group for one-stroke painters. Anybody who wants to do one-stroke, anybody who wants to practice or share and wants to say, hey, where do I get this? Or tell me what I could do to be better. We have some wonderful, wonderful artists that share all that they know, and lots of beginners on there that want to know more. So come join my Facebook group, Donna Dewberry's official one-stroke group. Okay, so there we go. I hope you enjoy it and you paint it as one of your first holiday Christmas paintings. Okay, see you next time. Thank you.